Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you I made this really cool pendant using these Dahlia flowers from the Dahlia Fields treasure box for Potomac beads for May of 2026. I love the way this turned out. This is so pretty. That's the back side of it. But I was like, what am I going to do with these beads? And of course I had to sew them. There's 3 holes in them, so it was really cool. So I was able to, this is really easy to make if you're new to beading. When I make my videos, I try and make them all the way through. I don't try and fast forward them. So you could always fast forward them if you need to, but that way if you're new to beading or if you're just trying to follow along with me, we could do it together. So yeah, so I did this and then I used the other beads from it. I loved this. I do have a coupon code. It's S31D69N1NB for 15% off your first order with them. I will leave a link below in the description. You can copy and paste the coupon code, and I will leave a link to Potomac beads as well, and as well as the unboxing for this month. I'll leave it below too, so if you want to see all the beads that were involved in this. So if you want to see how to make this, then stay tuned. Okay, so I am starting with the Bead Tech Resin Dahlia beads in lilac. I'm using 6 of them. I'm using the Miyuki Bugle beads in metallic dark blue iris. I'm using the Miyuki seed beads in Aztec gold. They're 8-0. I'm using these gorgeous crystal and ingot beads. I can never say that word. Please don't correct me because I know I'm wrong. Like Tanzanite. I'm like, duh. So that's what I'm using here. Oh, and the Super Duos. So, and then I have 2 crimp beads, 2 crimp covers, clamshell covers, 2 jump rings. I have a long thread, beading thread in the needle, and then I have some for my necklace. Okay, so we are going to start. Let me move some of these out of the way to start with. So we're going to start with these beads. Now, they all have to be facing. Now, see, there's 3 holes on them. So we're going to do 1. They all have to be going the same way. And then a seed bead. And then the next one. And then the seed bead. And then they might be flipping around back and forth, but once we get this second hole done, then that won't happen. Seed bead. I just think this looked so cool when I was practicing it. Okay. That. Oh. And then this last one here. And then I'm going to do 1 more seed bead. Okay. This is really easy to do. It's just a matter of going around, putting the needle in the hole, and okay, so that's that right there. So now I'm going to tie a knot like that. And like I said, these might be kind of jumping around a little bit. They won't once we get them where we want them. Okay. They're kind of jumping, so I just want to get that double knot in. Okay. Before I do anything else. Okay. Okay, so here is the first one, like this. Now, just going to turn this around for a minute. And here's this, and I'm going to go through seed bead. I have a long thing of thread, so sorry if I'm getting out of focus. And then we'll go through that third hole, just to kind of, and the seed bead again, just to kind of move it out of the way from, okay, here we are right here. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to cut it. You can rethread that through if you want. I do that once in a while, but not too often. Just that little bit like that. Okay, so now here we are up here. So now, and I'm doing it through the back because it's easier. So I'm jumping up to the second hole. So I'm jumping up to the second hole now, and I'm putting a seed bead on. And then going to the second hole. I'll flip it around to the front afterwards, like that. Seed bead. Second hole. Like that. I like to get a lot of thread because I hate having to rethread in the middle of a project. So I have like more than a wingspan. Okay. Up like that. Like that, and then the last one, and then I'll go through that seed bead, and I'll go around a little bit just to kind of secure everything. Okay, and go through there. Like that. Through there. And through there. Okay, so that's it so far from the back. Now this next one, I'm just gonna go through the Dahlia bead and not through the gold bead, the seed bead. Okay, so now we're flipping it over to here. So now we're going to jump up to this third one right here, third hole, bring that through like that. Now we're going to do a seed bead, a super duo, and a seed bead. Go through that third hole. And the super duos might move around a little bit while you're doing this, but once you secure everything, they won't. So here's what we're doing right there. Go up to the top hole, like that. I've been working with Potomac beads, I think for a couple of years now, and I've really been happy with their boxes. Everything's so beautiful. And they always give you, you know, enough for projects. And then there's also a little bit left to put in your stash for down the road, you know, if you don't want to use everything. Like I have tons of the Super Duo beads from them and the Miyuki Bugle beads, and just love them. Okay, so here we're going up to this last one, and I'm going to go through all of those. Okay, yeah, make sure, yeah, this is, okay, so this is where we are so far. So now I'm going to go through the top hole again and make sure that this is secure. Okay. And then go through there. So now I'm jumping up. So here, if you see it, I come out through the super duo. I don't go through that seed bead. Now for this, you kind of got to flip this around. And then you come up to the top super duo like that. Hold on, let me bring these down. Then we're going to do one of these and a gold and another one of these. We're going to go up like that. So this is what it looks like. And then go to this one. And just keep doing this. And this I would go around maybe 2 times just to really secure those before you go to the front part. I think this looks so pretty. Like that. That, and then the last one, and you go through the super duo bead, through that bead, and then up, and then I'm going to kind of, so this is what it looks like. Look how pretty that looks. Now I'm going to go around and go through all of these beads one more time just to secure that. Okay. Just keep going around until okay, so that's looking, so now it's very secure. Okay, and now before I do any more, I'm gonna take, oh, I've got to get a few more of these. Get a few more of these. And I'm going to create the circle to use for the pendant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna flip that over. Go through this seed bead one more time. So it looks like that. And then we're gonna go through it again. I like to do it like while I'm still doing the earrings, so then it's really sewn in there. So we don't really have to worry about it coming apart or anything like that. Okay, so now we're gonna go through the rest of those. Okay, so this is it like this. So now I'm going to come through to here like this. Go through the super duo bead and then stop. So here is the Super Duo bead right there. And I'm going to come up through the front like that. So I'm going to put one little knot there, like that. Then I'm going to come through the Super Duo again, like, without going through the knot. We don't want to go through the knot, we just want to go through the Super Duo bead. Here we go. My little Piper, my little baby girl, she's making, I put her bed in here in my room and she's making a little house in there. So now we have the bugle beads. So now we're going to go bugle bead, seed bead, bugle bead, seed bead, and bugle bead. So this is what it should look like. And then we're going to go through from the top of that one Super Duo to the top of this one and bring it out. If you hear her, she's literally digging a house over there. Okay, so there's that. We'll do it again. Bugle, seed, bugle, seed, bugle. And then go to the top Super Duo. Look how pretty that looks. Oh, I love this. Bugle, seed, bugle, seed, and bugle. Get this. I have a bend in this needle because, like I said, I'm too cheap to throw needles out. Don't tell anybody, though. We have that. Bugle, seed, bugle, seed, bugle. Okay, a couple more. These are so pretty. Two more. Bugle, seed, and bugle. Okay. Love this. And then last, bugle, seed, bugle, seed, and bugle. And then we're going to go through that. Okay. And look at how pretty this pendant is. Oh, how pretty this pendant is. So pretty. So now I'm going to jump up here and go through some of these bar beads and seed beads. I shouldn't have used this needle for the video, and I know better. But I'm like, okay, it's just one more, and then I'll throw it out. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now we have this, so pretty. So now I'm gonna go and do a double knot there. Pull that, and then I'm gonna go through the Super Joe and through that and through the seed bead. And then go down through here, do a couple more. Okay, here we go, Super Duo. Oh, this is gonna be the last time going through. Okay. Okay, so now we have this. So now I'm going to cut this like that. And I like, because when you melt that little bit there, it kind of puts like a little stopper on it naturally. So look at this pretty pendant that we have. Love this. So now let's move that and let's go and make a necklace to go with it. So I'm going through these two up here and doing that because I wanted to kind of connect like that, even though I have that circle right there. Okay, so let's get some seed beads out. Let's get some bugle beads out. I'm kind of not sure of the pattern I'm doing. This one, I didn't plan this, but I'm just gonna kind of go with it. I think this will be fun. And then I have 6 more of these. So that will be part of it. And I'm gonna use a Dahlia bead, but now I'm gonna use it in the middle hole because we're doing it, you know, like that. Okay, so here we have this. Let me get these. So you wanna use the Dahlia bead in the middle hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one of those, and I'm gonna do a seed bead, and I'm gonna do a middle hole on the Dahlia bead. You know what? I'm not gonna use them because they won't face. They swing too much. Yeah, they swing too much. I'm not gonna use them. So, change of plans. So then I did these 3. I'm gonna do that. And then I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11. And start and end with a bugle bead, like that. And I'll put one more on, like that. Then I'm just gonna do some seed beads. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So then I have that as well. I'm going to put this on like that. And now I'm going to do that again. And then I think I'm going to end most of it with seed beads. 3, 4, so we're doing 6 of those. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I like the way that looks. That looks really pretty. So we can do that like that. Let me see where this is at on my neck. Okay. So let's go to the other side and do this same thing here. So we do bugle bead, seed bead, and bugle bead. Then we do one of these, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, I'm gonna make it the same on there. Doesn't really matter, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, so I have to do that the same because it doesn't really matter. It's just my little, shall I say, analness. Then we're gonna do, I think there's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's funny because I do these eclectic pieces, which is because even though I have OCD, I have ADHD too. So I'm a mess, but it works for me. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 15. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 15. I put this up here. This is supposed to be for this side. Okay, so now we're going to do this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this is it so far. Love the way this looks. Now I'm going to do the gold seed beads. I'm gonna do like 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I'm holding this up against my neck because I want to see where I'm at. Okay, so now we'll go to 20 on this side. Get some more out. I like those little the little spaces like that with the different little patterns. Okay, so now we're going to do 20 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, come here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't fast forward this because if someone's making this with me, that way they can do it in real time. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. This looks so cute. I love this. Okay, so now we're going to do this again. We're going to do 6 and 5. So we'll do 6 bugle beads. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. I keep holding it up to my neck because I like to see where it's laying like that. Okay. So we did the 6, and then I'm going to do 10 seed beads. And that's the ending. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so put that right there. Okay, so now we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have that. So now we're just going to do 10 seed beads, and then we're going to close this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I love this. Okay, so I'm going to move these all out of the way first before I start closing things up. Just makes it a little easier. Okay, so now we have all our goodies for the end. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take the clamshell cover and I open this up. I have a different way of closing up necklaces than most people, and I just let that drop because it's the first side. Doesn't matter with the first side. It matters where you crimp your crimp bead. So I crimp it about, this is about an inch right here. That's what we used in hairdressing when people said, you know, I want an inch off, you'd kind of measure it like that. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to smash it down. Just smash it down one way. You don't want to open it up. Then I take the clamshell cover and I pull on it, make sure it doesn't move. I take my round nose pliers and I feed it down, back down into that hole. And then I make sure that the crimp bead is facing the same way. And I close that up like this. And I'll just give it like a little bit of a smush. And this is not going anywhere. Then, depending on the beads that I have right there, I try and feed them back down through the wire so that I don't have to snip any wire off. I just think it's a little bit of extra insurance, as I call it. So there's that. So then I'm going to drop those beads down. So that's like that. So then I'm going to drop those. Oh. Now this is going through this top, so we have to make sure there's no gaps or anything right here. And here we are with this. And just look, make sure, I don't want it too tight, but you don't want any gaps. You don't want any wire showing. Then you put the clamshell cover down the second side. Then you feed the crimp bead on and you let that drop all the way down. Now, when I am closing it up, I always round my necklace or piece just a little bit like this so it's not too stiff. Then I take my pliers and I reach down into the clamshell cover and then I raise up the crimp bead just a hair and I smash it. So it's raised just a hair so the wire's not going to show, but it's there we go. So then I pull on that, then I grab my round nose pliers or whatever your favorite ones are. I like my round nose pliers. I use them. I work with them a lot. Might have to use my fingers for this. And then I'll just kind of feed that wire down through until it doesn't really go anymore. Oh, and I forgot to get out a lobster clasp too. I just realized that. I'll get that out. Of course, this always happens when I'm on live TV or when I'm filming. I usually just feed the wire down and it usually pops out of one of the beads. Of course, it's not right now. I'm not fast forwarding through this because I know we've all gone through this before. There it is right there. Here we go. Let me see if I can. Come on, where are you at? Okay, it's right there, right there, right there, right there. There we go. Sometimes it's frustrating, but yeah, I like to go through a few of the beads on the end like that. Okay, so I'm gonna fix that. I'm just gonna smash that down a little bit. And then take my flush cutters and press them down against the bead, but don't cut the wrong one. Okay. So let me get, I don't know where my, can't find my, oh, here. I think this is them. Yes. Okay. There we go. I was like, where are they? And I always check to make sure that it works, you know, before you put it on. Okay. So I take the bigger one. I have a smaller one, and then I have a bigger one. The bigger one I use to so the lobster clasp can go through it. So I open this up. Make that sure that's closed. And then I take this one. And then I will put this on. Like that. And then make sure these are all straight. And here is your really pretty boho beaded pendant necklace using the Dahlia Fields for Potomac beads of May 2026. I love the way this turned out. This is so pretty. I hope you enjoyed this. So like I said, I have a coupon code. Everything is below. Let me know what you thought of this and if you think you'll try making this. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and give me a hype too. It really helps my channel. So, and I will leave all my information below in the description as well to all my different channels. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching.